all the work you do into sounding like Stevie Ray Vaughan, put that same work into sounding like B.B. King for 6 months, and you will come out a different guitar player. Folks, I got to be completely honest. I've been doing this a long time, and a lot of my focus has been on Stevie Ray Vaughan. I will never apologize for how much I have studied Stevie Ray Vaughan, and I will never apologize for teaching other people to play as much like him as possible. But what you need to know, if you agree with me on those things, that those are all okay things to do, is that I would never, ever tell somebody that studying Stevie Ray Vaughan is enough to become what I consider to be a good sounding guitar player. I want you to imagine you go to a blues jam and there's a young guy who obviously thinks he's hot stuff, and the jam leader says, hey, we're going to play Sweet Little Angel by B.B. King. They give him a chance to solo, and it ends up sounding like this. Particularly young men get attracted to the image of blues that kind of came with Stevie Ray Vaughan, kind of this Wild West gunslinger, cowboy, tough guy kind of image. When young people come in and they start listening to him, and I include myself in this category too, because I found him when I was 18 years old and full of angst, we overemphasize those aspects of his playing, and we miss the part of him that was inspired by B.B. King. It is not enough to study that aspect of Stevie's playing and become what I consider to be a good, well-rounded guitar player. And so that's why I'm here to say today, I think every young, aspiring guitar player, blues guitar player, especially those who are attracted to Stevie Ray Vaughan, absolutely have to study B.B. King directly in order to kind of break out one of the walls that Stevie Ray Vaughan's style starts to put you in. Because he is, in some ways, the antithesis of what Stevie Ray Vaughan's influence has resulted in the guitar world. So I kind of painted a picture of young guitar players really latching onto this aggressive, testosterone-fueled guitar slinger sound. Nothing that I used to describe that mentality can be used to describe B.B. King's playing. It was not aggressive. It was not angsty and filled with testosterone and aggressive. Some words that might better describe his playing are sweet, soothing, happy, melodic. And I fear what has happened for a lot of young players is that they interpret that sound that I described as the highest form of expression for blues. And it's just not. It's not any better than B.B. King playing Every Day I Have the Blues. And so B.B. King's playing, to me, is how you escape from that kind of purgatory. Minor blues purgatory is what I'll call it. Because the way he phrases his licks is so different than what Stevie Ray Vaughan did that it kind of is like a shock to your system. All of the things that you think to do over here don't work over here. And I mean try to copy B.B. King. I'm not talking just listen to the overall sound. I'm like, all the work you do into sounding like Stevie Ray Vaughan, put that same work into sounding like B.B. King for 6 months, and you will come out a different guitar player who has different instincts, and you will learn how hard it is to do what B.B. King did well. So to close things out, let me do a few demonstrations. So if you tried to copy B.B. King directly, think about what I played before. That's somebody who was in that box who only studied Stevie Ray Vaughan's minor aggressive blues. That's how maybe they would play that song. This is how it might sound if somebody was trying to sound like B.B. King entirely, and then I'll do a demonstration of what it would sound like if those two were blended. So here we go. All right, so there, obviously completely different sound than what I was doing before. I'm going to do a demonstration now where I'm going to draw on my years of studying Stevie Ray Vaughan, and I'm going to blend in the work that I've done to study B.B. King. I'm not arguing for one way or the other. I'm saying that there are too many people who naturally gravitate towards that kind of aggressive minor sound. My personal opinion is that that leads you to be a very boring sounding guitar player. And I don't want anyone who studies my lessons and sees how much love I have for Stevie Ray Vaughan's playing to think that I consider that a complete blues sound, because I don't. If you're going to imitate Stevie, imitate his influences as well. So that's my rant for today. Stevie Ray Vaughan fans especially should study B.B. King directly for all the reasons that I outlined here. I welcome your comments on the video, whether you agree or disagree. Just keep it civil and let's have a good talk. Thanks for watching.